The death of Julius Caesar is one of the most well-known events in ancient history, and is surrounded by many theories and controversies. Caesar was assassinated on March 15, 44 BC, in the Roman Senate by a group of senators who were opposed to his increasing power and feared he would become a tyrant. The most widely accepted account of Caesar's death is that he was stabbed 23 times by a group of senators led by Marcus Junius Brutus and Gaius Cassius Longinus. The assassination was planned in secret and carried out in the Senate chamber, where Caesar had been attending a meeting. The conspirators claimed they were acting in the interests of the Roman Republic, but their actions ultimately led to the downfall of the Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. However, there are several theories and legends about the death of Julius Caesar that have been put forward over the years. One theory suggests that Caesar was poisoned, while others speculate that he was killed by a more elaborate means, such as an ancient version of a modern-day hit squad. Some even suggest that his death was a result of supernatural forces, such as a curse or prophecy. Despite these various theories, the most widely accepted account of Caesar's death remains the one recounted by ancient historians such as Plutarch and Suetonius, who were writing within a few generations of the event. After the assassination, a power struggle ensued between the assassins and Caesar's supporters. Ultimately, Caesar's adopted son Octavian emerged as the victor, and went on to become the first Roman emperor, taking the name Augustus. The death of Julius Caesar had far-reaching consequences for the Roman Republic, and is often seen as a turning point in Roman history. It marked the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of the Roman Empire, which would last for centuries. In terms of the motive for the assassination, the primary reason given by the conspirators was that they feared Caesar's growing power and believed he would become a tyrant. However, it is also possible that personal motives played a role, such as envy or a desire for political advancement. Despite the many theories and legends surrounding the death of Julius Caesar, the most likely scenario is that he was assassinated by a group of senators who believed they were acting in the interests of the Roman Republic. The assassination had far-reaching consequences, and marked the beginning of a new era in Roman history. It is worth noting that Julius Caesar had made many enemies during his rise to power, and his actions as dictator had alienated many of the aristocratic class in Rome. Some senators had already conspired against him in the past, and it is likely that the assassination plot had been in the works for some time. The death of Julius Caesar was a traumatic event for the people of Rome, and it had a profound impact on Roman politics and society. The chaos and instability that followed the assassination paved the way for Octavian to seize power, and he ultimately established a new system of government that would endure for centuries. Despite the many legends and theories that have been put forward over the years, the most likely explanation for Julius Caesar's death is that he was assassinated by a group of senators who were opposed to his growing power and feared he would become a tyrant. The assassination had far-reaching consequences for Roman history, and it remains one of the most fascinating and mysterious events of the ancient world.